Welcome into the final countdown for week 5. I am Neil Smith and I am filling in for Jason Draven today because he is in Boston. No worries, folks. Same show as always. I will be taking you around, answering your questions, and trying to get you set for your week 5 here. So, got a couple teams on by. You got you got the Steelers on by. You got the Packers on by. The Bears are on by. And there is one other team that is escaping me off the top of my head. I'm sure I'll remember it momentarily. But you've got 4 teams on by, so we'll take a look at different replacements for you. Uh, I see people have started filing in. Glitchy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're getting cooked. Uh, Let me know how we can help. Let me know what questions you have here. Just getting everything set up. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, this game is something. This morning game is something. Cleveland's looking better, I will say, but it's not great. In fact, nobody really looks great uh, so far in this whole situation. Uh, Nobody's looking really that good here. Uh, Cleveland's trying their hardest to Cleveland's trying their hardest to take Carson Wentz out of this game. But they can't really do anything meaningful in the background. Oh no, Glitchy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Glitchy. That's about as bad as it gets, buddy. It's uh, it's about as bad as that gets. All right, Dayton. What's up, Dayton? Let's see here. I'm gonna. Oh, you actually said it. Perfect. So you said PPR. Let's see. So I've got AJ Brown at 19. Oh, but yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, I got Flowers at 23. You're gonna have to probably roll out with AJ Brown. I don't trust. I don't trust. I fully do not trust Flowers with the backup quarterback here. Um, and let's see, Leaping Rabbit, Kamara or Rashad White. That's a good one. I have them back to back, so I will say I probably lean Kamara here. I've got Kamara one spot higher just because it is a better matchup. The Giants have not been able to stop anybody, uh, just generally. So I don't know that that's going to continue here today. I will say if you are afraid of the possible bust chance, uh, you you wouldn't be crazy to play White. I've been burned by that too many times. I lean Kamara slightly here. Let's see here. Glitchy. The good news is I think playing Waller won't be horrible. I think it'll be okay. Uh, I think you'll be all right there. Not great, but it's not Bowers, obviously. It's not what you wanted, but it it could be worse. Uh, let's see here. Leaping Rabbit, Christian Kirk or Cup? That's a good question. I have it as I believe I'm going to tell you Cup here because I am afraid. Yes, I'm going to tell you to play Cooper Cup here. Not ideal either way. Uh, but I lean Cup just I lean Cup just slightly on that. I'm afraid of that Houston offense more so than I am of anything else. Chris, good morning. Let's see. Carter, Io Manor, or Tucker? That's a good question. Let's see here. I'm probably going to tell you Carter here, but I don't like Tucker very much. Eh. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to go Carter there, just because I trust the volume a little bit. I shouldn't say I trust the volume. I believe there will be a little more volume there for him than anyone else. Let's see here, glitchy. All right, you got Flowers, Wandale, and Carter. Yeesh. Uh, let's see. It's probably gonna be Flowers even with the backup. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Flowers even with the backup, even though it's not my preference typically. Uh, Will Taylor, Mr. Taylor, how can I help you? Let's see. Chase Brown, RJ Harvey, or Charbonnet. Need two for standard. Oh dear, standard. Oh god. Okay. My general advice is the advice we always give, which is stop playing standard. Uh, let's see. Like, see the thing about Brown is that he's just getting absolutely murdered this year because they have zero line whatsoever. I am gonna go with Charbonnet on that one. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Charbonnet on that one, my friend. That's what it's gonna be. Let's see. Andrew Merriman, Devonta Smith, or Woody in the flex. That's a tough one too. It's gonna be Woody Marks because I can't sit here with a straight face and tell you that I could trust the Eagles passing attack. Um, Andrew, another question. Picked up Dart. Should you start him over? Should you start Dart over Stroud? Yes, yes, I would. I would in fact do that. Dayton, Etienne, Stevenson, or Charbonnet? I have to believe that's Etienne. Yeah, it's Etienne. Definitely Etienne on that one. Angela, good morning. How are you? How are you, my friend? All right, let's see here. So we got Laporta or Strange. That's a good one. Oh boy, I'm gonna go with Laporta. I don't feel great about it, but I've got Laporta at 4. That's not based on confidence in Laporta. It has more to do with tight end is terrible. Uh, but I do agree. Strange is an interesting one because he has been coming on, and I think he could do. I think he could be a good option for the future. He was my tight end stream of the week last week, and so that made me feel good. He uh glitchy. It's Flowers and Wandale to answer that. Let's see. Chris, Strange or Ertz? I've got Ertz by 1. Let's see. Andrew, Kelsey, or Waller? And I am going to go with Kelsey just because I know what that is. The Waller thing could be a fluke. Uh, Leaping Rabbit, you've got, let's see, Troy, Franklin. Let's see, Franklin, Slayton, Keon, Coleman. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. That's an interesting one. I am going to go with Franklin on that one. It is close. It is very close. Let's see. Since I've bucked everyone else, would you drop Carter? Would I drop Carter or Manor to play Dowdle, the 1 week rental? I would definitely drop Io Manor for that, Daniel. Andrew, you're very welcome. Uh, this game just continues to soldier on in the background. It's so sad. It's such a sad. It's just such a sad game. Like neither team can really do much, and they're just kind of bouncing off each other until time runs out. It's what it's been so far at least. Chris, let's see. In the flex, Io Manor, Coleman, or Hunter. Oh dear. Io Manor or I'm playing Io Manor, but I don't feel good about it, my friend. Like that's my choice, but it's close. I'm not playing Hunter. It's close between Io Manor and Coleman, but I'm gonna trust Io Manor slightly more. Uh, Daniel Ward. Hey Daniel, how you doing, buddy? Oh, geez. Um, Glitchy, you're very welcome. Hopefully that works out. Uh, Daniel Ward, I'm gonna come back to you real quick, bud. Just sit tight for 1 second, because Daniel Everhart wants to know Slayton or Wandale, and then that's a quick one. Um, I think it's gonna be Slayton, but no, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna go with Wandale. I'm gonna go with Wandale there. Leaping Rabbit, you have a good day. Hope it goes well for you. And then back Daniel Ward. All right, so Daniel, you've got Marks or Dowdle in PPR. That's a good one. I'm gonna tell you, I think it's gonna be Woody Marks. Yep, it's gonna be. Yep, it is Woody Marks, my friend. Pick two: Coleman, Devonta, or Franklin. It's. Mm, mm, hang on. Hang on a second. Hold on. Yeah, okay. It's going to be Devonta and Franklin. It is close between Franklin and Coleman, but there's all of these have the same problem, sir, which is lack of consistency. So this week I feel better about those two. PPR pick two. You got Dobbins, KW3, or ooh, those are good ones. Oh boy. Okay, so it's like whiplash in here right now with you, man. Let's see. Dobbins, I got it back in RB2, but I got Walker higher than that. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be Rashad White and Walker. Uh, hang on. Yeah, I'm playing Rashad White and Walker. Half point PPR: Henderson, Carter, Kirk. Oh dear. Henderson, Carter, Kirk, Tucker, Ridley. Henderson and Carter is what I'm doing there. And then another half point: Wandale, Slayton, or Diggs. Ooh, that's a fancy question. Hang on, that question's got fanciness because it does. Diggs is interesting in that equation right there. It's not going to be Slayton, I can tell you that. Okay, I'm going to play Diggs. He's got a better matchup. That's what we're going to do here. Daniel, good luck, buddy. Let me know what else you got as we keep moving along here. Uh, Walter Courtney, what's up, Walter? Kelsey or Taysom? No. We're gonna play Kelsey here, buddy. We're gonna play Kelsey. It's too early for the Taysom thing. We're gonna have to. I want to see Yeah, I know he might get a 40. I understand. Anything even Sunday with Taysom Hill, I understand that. I would like to see him get through a game. Would be fantastic if we do that. Scott wants to know T. Higgins or Rashid Shaheed. Scott, I hate the fact that you even have to ask me this question. I hate it for both of us because I have a lot of shares in both of those players. It's T. Higgins. Uh, as sad as it is, I can't believe we're here. C Plank, Higgins, Slayton, Ridley, pick two. We're gonna play Higgins and we're gonna play Slayton because you could not pay me to play Ridley right now. Not with the injury, not with the quarterback stuff, not with him complaining all week. I am all good on that. I am that guy. Trust me, wants to know: do we play Wandale or do we play Trey Tucker? We are gonna play Wandale, is what we're gonna do, especially because it's full PPR. Uh, Allison, how you doing? Hurts or Goff? No. It's not a. Don't worry about being new. That's a good question. It's gonna be Hurts. Look, there's more risk with Hurts, but the rushing floor has been there for you. That's the rushing floor has been there for you. You got to go with that. Yeah, it's a decent golf matchup, but I'm gonna take the higher floor and the higher ceiling in Hurts here. Daniel, one more Henderson or Carter. Ugh, ugh. Boy. Henderson, but I don't love it. The problem is it's too risky to play Carter because they won't even commit to what they're doing over there. Walter wants to know Tucker. Oh, Sean Tucker. No. It's BTJ. It's BTJ here. Better days are ahead for BTJ, my friend. I'm going back to the well. The Tucker thing I'm not doing. Io Manor scares the living hell out of me, and JCM's in a 3-man timeshare. We drafted BTJ for a reason. We're going to hope that this is the week that look, we went through this on Wednesday. He had the target share has been better. Better days are ahead. I'm rolling that back out. Uh let's see. Tamara, how you doing? Addison or Marks? Well, Addison already played. So unless there's some other Addison, which I don't think there is, Addison's already playing. So it kind of depends on who you had in there. And I will tell you, I hope you didn't have Addison because Addison got. We should bring this up. I've seen a lot of people getting very upset, actually, in the background about Addison today, which I understand why. But go read the feed if you're part of our Discord. He was actually benched for the entire first quarter. Coach's decision. They did not say why. It's just infuriating. It's just infuriating. So I don't know what happened. I'm sure they'll explain it during the week. Maybe he was late to some team stuff. It's very annoying, but he's got a 2.5. So I will tell you, if you didn't play Addison and you've got Marks in there, great, great. But that is the reason why. And then also the struggles I've mentioned of just everyone in this game so far. Let's see. Cleveland's defense is good. There is that. Uh, G turn. What's up, buddy? All right, you got Flowers, Tucker, Wandale, or Franklin. I gonna play Flowers off that list. My second choice is Wandale. So I'd say first choice we roll out there with Flowers and we see what we can get with the backup quarterback. If that scares you, which I understand. Oh, believe me, I understand why that would be scary. You can go ahead and I'd say roll out Wandale, and get something that would be less scary. C Plank, it's Higgins, man. It's Higgins v Slayton, and I'm telling you, it's Higgins. I know it's so annoying. The good thing with Slayton, the good thing about Slayton is that look, he when the games that Malik Neighbors missed last year, he saw 11 targets in each game. So there's no guarantee that's going to happen again, but I still can't bench him for I still can't bench Higgins for him, not yet. Will Taylor, Chase Brown, R.J. Harvey. It's going to be Chase Brown. That's kind of where I draw the line. I think at some point they're going to figure out that all they can do is throw dump off passes to him, and we'll see if that opens up the rest of their offense. Mike K, play 2 out of the 3 half-point PPR. It's going to be Shaheed and Slayton, sir. I am not ready to put Travis Hunter back in my lineup just because he caught a touchdown last week. He didn't play. He doesn't play enough snaps. Tamara. It happens. No one ever. This always screws everybody up when they do this, and they do it so many times a year now. Brad, what's up, Brad? Let's see. So you need 2, an RB, and a flex. It is going. Ooh, hang on. We got to go to the rankings for you, sir. We got to go straight back to the rankings. So you got flex question here. It's like a secret flex question because you put the wide receiver at the end. Bear with me. Sutton is good. Sutton is at 40. Montgomery's at 31 because that's a great matchup for Montgomery. Woody Marks at 37. Pollard, no. It's going to be Marks because they ruled out Chubb already, folks. It's going to be Marks and Montgomery. Surprised that we would do that. No, it won't because it's 1 RB. So it's going to be Marks and it's going to be Sutton. There you go, dude. That's it. Daniel Aguilar. We got a lot of Daniels today. All the Daniels are here. Chase or Pittman. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a question I know you wanted to type. It's not a question I wanted to answer. Hang on. I got it. If you would have told me I was answering this question at the beginning of the season, it's going to be Chase. I understand the question though. Slayton or Godwin for C Plank. Godwin. That's going to be my answer here. It's going to be Godwin. All right, so we got a little bit of break in the action. Waiting on a few more questions. Oh my God, Jordan Addison's alive. He caught a football. Oh my God, he did it. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it for all the little people out there. All right, nothing too crazy. All right, so we are 40 minutes away from kickoff here. We've kind of gone through. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Tony, what's up, Tony? Good to see you. AJ Brown, Sutton, or Chase Brown? Boy, you have like the set, don't you? You have like the actual set of things that are driving people crazy this year. All right, let's see. One of them is going to hit at some point. I know it. Let's see. Chase Brown's at 43. AJ Brown's at 1. I think we're playing Sutton. Yep, we're playing Sutton. We're playing Sutton while the other two figure out who they want to be when they grow up. That's what that's going to be. And let's see. Where are we headed here? Pacheco or Sean Tucker is where we are headed. And that is also sad given, oh boy. I'm going to play Pacheco as much as I don't want to. Yeah, Tony, I could see how that could happen. That's it's just I can't believe you got the set. It's all right. I would say if you go to 0 and 5, at that point, blow it up. That's normally not our advice, but at 0 and 5, business decisions got to start getting made. You never want to sell low, but at that point, I think you got to start. You can't wait anymore at 0 and 5. This is kind of like a must-win week here, so hopefully it's going a little bit better. I think I'm gonna. Tony, I'll take your other question here right now. Michael Carter or Chase Brown? I am going to play Chase Brown, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to play Chase Brown. I just trust that he's going to get a little bit more work. C-Plank, I don't think Carter's worth starting over Higgins. I don't know what Carter's job is. They won't commit to it. Like, that's the issue here, is that they themselves will not commit to what they're doing, which scares me. Let's see. Frank, Jaden Daniels, or May. That's a close one. I am probably. It's gonna so hard for me to bench May. I've got them. Okay, so that one I've got them literally at 6 and 7 in my quarterback rankings, and they both have really good matchups. I'm gonna lean towards May just because he's healthier, but you can't really. I don't think you could do that one wrong. I'm gonna play Jaden Daniels over Daniel Jones though. I'm gonna do that. Tony. Yeah, Tony, I got to tell you, buddy. Like I said, I think what we got to do here. Think what we got to do here is if we can't get it won this week, we gotta blow it up, and we gotta start making business decisions because you're just gonna be out of runway. Uh, Daniel, buddy. Let's see, Henderson or Pollard or Chase Brown. That's an interesting question. Oops. There we go. I'm gonna play Tony Pollard. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the one I feel the best about. May or Herbert. That's a good one. It is going to be Herbert by 2 spots. Is what that's going to be. C Plank. And then Tamara wants to know Harrison, Dowdle, or Diggs. And I pick 2. Right now, it's going to be Harrison and it's going to be Diggs. That's what I'm going to do with those 2. Aaron Wade, DeMercado. I can't believe it took this long to get both. All right. Uh, DeMercado, I have at 31, and Carter, I have at 28. I'm going to go with Carter just because I think they're going to give him a little bit more of the job, but they themselves won't tell us what they're going to do. Best of luck, my friend. And then C Plank wants to know Miller or Justice Hill. I'm going to play Miller. I got him by 1 spot in half point. Yeah, yo, mama. Oh, good to see you, man. All right, Godwin or McConkey. All right, let's see. That's not a question I'm sure you wanted to write. Godwin. I got Godwin by 1. Literally by 1. How the mighty have fallen here. All right. Juwan Johnson or Goddard. I'm gonna go with Goddard here. Neither one is what I would call healthy, but Goddard is slightly more healthy. Larry. That's what I'm gonna do. Tony, Tolbert or Slayton. That's a good one. I'll tell you, if the nerd were here, He would tell you to probably play Tolbert. I'm going to tell you Slayton, but it's really, really close on those two. Scott, Downs or Tolbert? That's an interesting question. Uh, Tolbert in a 1 week rental. Uh, yeah, Aaron, the buys are brutal this week. And then Tamara wants to know Dowdle or Pittman. That's a good question. That one is. I'm gonna play Pittman. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Like the Dowdle thing is cool, I guess, but got a lot of sample on Dowdle not being that effective. Uh, Aaron's question is, do we expect an immediate roll cheat code usage for Taysom Hill? Well, that's the thing. You can never really predict it. Like that's the thing about Taysom Hill. I pick up Taysom Hill when I'm going to lose big, or I think I'm going to, and I might need a 40 because he's always good for that 40. He's good for 1 or 2 a year, but then even when he's not doing that, he puts up a 4 or a 5 or a 7 or some nonsense. So even when he's fully healthy, you can't. I would say this week I'd like to see him play at least one game and get through it before I'm ready to just slot him back in my lineups. Now, if you want to pick him up for like $1 of fab budget and stash him on your bench, I'm here to endorse that, but I don't think I'm going to roll him out this week. C Plank, Trey Tucker or Higgins? It's going to be Higgins. I don't trust Trey Tucker as far as I could throw him. Why would I want the worst version of Higgins? With on a different team with similar quarterback problems. Nathan. Nathan wants to know, need help. Yep, gotta start. Gotta start one and stash two. Cut three. Pacheco, Hunt, Amari DiMercado, Carter, Tucker, Isaiah Davis. Interesting. So you got to start one of these and then stash two and then cut three. Well, of them, the one that I'm starting is going to be Tucker. I'm fine if you want to cut Pacheco, and I'm fine if you want to cut DiMercado potentially. I wouldn't want both DiMercado and Carter. Good luck, Nathan. I can see why you're asking that question. That's a rough one. It basically comes down to who do I think is most likely to score a touchdown, and the answer is kind of no one. Andrew Bell needs two. Willie Marks, Zay Flowers, Tet McMillan, and then oh, I see. It's BTJ. I'm going to play Teteroa McMillan and Willie Marks. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to avoid the backup quarterback situation with Flowers, and we'll give BTJ another week. As a Hawkinson owner, Aaron wants to know, as a Hawkinson owner, I'm desperately looking for tight end options for this year. Have Fannin and Jawan too, but was flirting with the idea of adding Taysom. I think you're set. Taysom's usually something I do when I'm way more rough at tight end than you are. I would call that a luxury if you were going to do that. I wouldn't call it something I would be looking to do. Connie, how's it going, Connie? Connie wants to know Allen or Sutton. That's a good one. Let's see. I'm gonna play Sutton. Let's see. Christian Rule, Hurts or Fields today. I am going to roll out Hurts by 1, but if you wanted to play, I got Hurts at 3 and Fields at 4, sir. And if you were, I would not call you crazy to put Fields in there, but I personally would roll Hurts. Just because there's less volatility with that. But if you need to swing for the fences because you're projected to lose, put Fields in. Let's see. Daniel S. wants to know to stream either the Saints or the Giants. That's a good one. I am rolling the Saints off those two. Or do you stick with Denver? That's a good question. Nope, we're gonna roll the dice with the Saints. Luis wants to know, let's see, or Lewis wants to know Rashad White, JMO, or Tucker. I'm gonna play Rashad White. That's what I'm gonna do because I think he gets the volume. I think he gets the volume by a lot compared to your other options, so I'm gonna go with that. Tamara, let's see, Moore, McNichols, or Gasecki in the flex. Let's see. Which Moore? It can't be Chris Moore. No one would play Chris Moore. And no one would play any of the Moores, really. I think it's going to be McNichols. Yeah. I'm going to play McNichols out of that. The problem is it's going to be McNichols because I can't stand the idea. It's more Gasecki than anything else. He hasn't done anything at all, and now they can't pass the ball to save their lives. Dak without an O-line or Jackson Dart for Jack. Let's see, Jack. Let's see. I got Dak at 11. I'm going to play Dak without an O-line. Daniel wants to know Franklin, Wandale, Kirk. Let's see. I think it's going to be Robinson, bro. Yeah, it's going to be Wandale. All right. Walter wants to know his gut is telling me Blue is going to be a baller. Would you drop Hollywood for him? Yes, I probably would because Hollywood's useful life is coming to an end, as we've discussed for the last couple weeks on the Wednesday show. That was always a temporary thing, and that was always a temporary thing. Whereas I'm good with dropping him at this point for something that might be good in the future. Tamara, thanks for clarifying. It does actually change my answer. Play Chris Moore, and I can tell you're struggling. I'm sorry, because that's normally like a bye-week level thing. But I know you play in a deep league, so I figured it might be the deep league. Lewis wants to know my thoughts on Godwin today. Let's see. Do you want to play Godwin or do you want to play JMO? Let's find out. Let's see. I'm probably gonna play Godwin, I think. Yep, gonna play Godwin. It's hard to bet against him. Uh, I'm willing to go back to the well with Godwin one more time before I start getting concerned. Let's see. Aaron wants to know Krosky, Merritt, or Carter in half point. Is an interesting question. Let's see. It would help if I was on running back. All right. Got Merritt at 31. Play Carter. That's what I would say. Bo Nix or CJ Stroud. I bet you anything it's Bo Nix. I'm not been ranking Stroud high. Where do I have Bo Nix? I have Bo Nix at 15. Yeah, Bo Nix. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Bo Nix. Chiefs or Jags defense for Ricky. Let's see. Chiefs. I'm gonna say it's the Chiefs. Yep, it's gonna be the Chiefs there, Ricky. All right, and let's see. Justin, Ferguson or Debo in half point? That's a good one. Debo. It's going to be Debo in half point. Let's see. Daniel wants to know different team. Daniel Everhart wants to know different team. Franklin, Washington, Ridley. It's Franklin again. I'm not playing any of those other options. Let's see. C Plank wants to know Ladd, McConkey, Allen, Ridley, or Franklin. Pick two. It's going to be Ladd and Allen. It's going to be your first two. And Aaron, you're welcome. Jack, you're welcome. Daniel wants to know Bills, Bucks, Colts, or Saints. Bills, Bucks, Colts, or Saints. I think it's the Bills. No, I lied. It's the Colts. I'm a liar, Daniel. It's the Colts. Justin, you're very welcome. All right, so we're halfway here. We're halfway home. So we will take a quick moment here and check in on this game. Okay, yeah. So there's a minute to go in the early morning game. The Vikings have the ball. It's third down, They're down by 3, so all right, still a little bit of game left. Uh, Nibs wants to know PPR pick 2 in the flex. Shakir, Wandale. It's going to be Wandale and Ertz. Glitchy wants the Vikings to give Addison the ball. I know a number of people that would probably like that. Daniel Ferguson wants to know Keenan Allen or Javonte Williams. I've been doing Allen. I bet it's Allen. Oh wait, it's Javonte Williams. Hang on. No, it's going to be Javonte Williams. He's been too good to sit. Luis Lopez. I don't know. Yeah. That wasn't a great press conference. Uh, Justin wants to know which 2 would you start, Pickens and Buka or Jamar? Oh God. I can't believe that question I'm being asked. That's not how you drafted it. Not how you. It's not how we drafted it at all. And it's gonna be Pickens, and it's gonna be Pickens and Igbuka, and I'm sorry, I just can't. Those are 2 good options that I know what I'm gonna get. I feel dirty. I feel so dirty, Justin. I can only imagine how setting that lineup would feel. Uh, Jack wants to know Andrews or Hill rest of season. Probably Andrews because of the volatility that is Taysom Hill. Andrews is not sexy, but we'll have to see. That's going to be a week by week consideration, by the way. Daniel Ferguson wants to know Slayton or Franklin. That's a good one. I think it's Franklin. Franklin by like 2 spots. Good morning, Polo. Good to see you, bud. All right, let's get a couple Polo questions here potentially. So we got, let's see, start one tight end. Ertz or Goddard? Ooh, that's a close one. I have Ertz by 1, sir. Ertz by 1, but I understand the question. That's a good question. Butker or Folk for Jonathan? Butker or Folk? It's going to be Butker, even though I don't feel super strongly about it. Let's see. All right, so hey, look, Addison caught another pass. He did it for you. Oh my God, what's Addison up to now? Like 6? We're looking at like a 6. Glitchy, you need this field goal, buddy. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it's not a field goal yet. Glitchy, I'm also starting Addison in a league. It's been brutal. I don't know what he did, but I don't know what he did, but I don't know what he did, but uh, Connor wants to know AJ Brown or Ladd. That's, oh boy, you got both of the struggle buses. Okay, let's see. I got Ladd. AJ Brown. Uh, Glitchy, he did it again. He did it again. It's another 1.5. It's another 1.5. Uh, at this point, I would probably also take the Addison touchdown, Glitchy, just to end this. Just to end my suffering of that is this game being on in the background. If they want to just turn this off, I'll be fine with that. Uh, let's see. Justin has a flex question. 2 flexes. It's gonna be Jamar and Montgomery. Jonathan wants to know Wandale or Slayton. It's Wandale for me this week. Let's see, and then oh, and there it is. There's the Addison touchdown with 25 seconds remaining. And there it is, and Glitchy gets paid off at the last second. Oh Lord, what a potato mess this. What a mess this is. Oh dear. All right. Well, they did it. Cleveland, you put up a good fight and you failed at the last second. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised here? Um that well, that helps me and hurts me in certain ways. But it is what it is. At least the game's going to end and we don't have to deal with overtime. Let's see. All right. Let's see. RPSD wants to know Wandale or Isle Manor. I'm going to go with Wandale. Stevenson or Justice Hill. That's a real question. Let's see. Stevenson or Justice Hill. I don't really trust either. It's gonna be Stevenson on that one. Uh, all right, so 25 seconds to go. They're gonna kick that back to Cleveland. Cleveland's gonna try and pull one out of there. You know what? Uh, so I that right there, Glitchy is that right there, Glitchy is probably that's literally the best thing that could have happened to you, is that he scores and then the game ends. It's just like we don't need any more. Just end this nightmare. Um, let's see. Brian Whitlock wants to know Nico or Debo. That is also not a question I bet you thought you'd ask at the beginning of the season. I have it as Nico, but I understand the question for sure. Trader Joe wants to know Isle Manor, Franklin. It's Brian Thomas. I'm not gonna. I'm not. We're not. We're not doing that anymore. We're gonna go with Brian Thomas, and I think this is the week that we finally hit pay dirt with it. Um. Yeah. All right. So a couple more shots here for Cleveland. We got 20 minutes, folks. You got 20 minutes to get them in. Uh. So we're going there. Oh, look at that. All right, they hit Bond for some meaningless garbage time for you. Uh. So there you go. Let's see. Uh. Yeah. All right. Let's Prater or McLaughlin. All right, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, for making me look this up. Where is Prater? I don't even see Prater. Prater, where are you, Prater? Wow, it's Prater. Uh, I got Prater. I got Prater above McLaughlin. Anthony, let's see. Colts. Colts first. Oh, I see. I think it's the Colts. It's the Colts or Seattle. Let's see here. Nope. I'm gonna play Seattle by one. Seattle by one. All right. Sterl wants to know Tucker or Godwin. It's Godwin. I at least know what Godwin's job is. Yeah, yeah. Just to double check. Yeah, we're playing. I'm playing Godwin, Sterl. Uh, yeah, glitchy. Gabriel looks not completely incompetent. So at least there's that. Let's see. Aaron says starting Sean Tucker today. He's got Blue and Spears. I can either just roll with one of the guys I have to. I can either just roll with one of the guys I have to drop or any of them for Trevor Etienne, Pirine, Gibson, Pacheco, Hunt, Gordon. Nah, none of that really does a lot for me. I don't want Trevor Etienne. Pirine's nothing. Gibson's nothing. Pacheco's nothing. I might want Hunt, but I'll probably stick with Sean Tucker today. Uh, let's see, Dowdle or Marks in standard. It's Marks. That's for Lil J. And then S Smith wants to know BTJ Chase Brown. Ooh, hang on. We got to go to the flex rankings for this. Let's see. I got Brian Thomas at 48. No. Okay, we're not doing that. And no. I will. It's really close. I'm gonna play Pittman off that list. Is what I'm gonna do. Uh, well, it turns out the Browns could not win it with a Hail Mary glitchy. So we got our answer. uh, yeah, Anthony, we got there. It's Seattle by one for the defenses. Um, Aaron Mitchell being out there doesn't do much for me either. Let's see. Let's see. Gnome Gnome wants to know Franklin or Ridley. It's gonna be Franklin. I agree, Bletchy. Yeah, they did it. They did it. The Vikings beat the Browns. Took everything they had. Get hype. Get hype for it, baby. It's so. That's why the Vikings are so sad. and they keep winning games like this, and it keeps allowing them to go to the playoffs just to get pantsed, and people wonder why I have no confidence in it. Aaron wants to know Malik, Jameis, or Woody Marks. It's gonna be It's gonna be Jameson and Woody, sir, is what it's gonna be. All right, we're getting in here. We're coming down to 15 minutes before kickoff, so start getting your last minute stuff together here, folks. Fortunately, that game is over, so we at least have that to enjoy. That is now done. I cannot I cannot believe they hit Addison at the end after he did absolutely nothing the entire day. It's ridiculous. Uh, that's it's like completely absurd. Um, for those who are just getting caught up, Bowers is officially not playing this week. Taysom Hill is officially up. They literally made Jalen Wright inactive, so that's whatever Jalen Wright shares you might be holding on to can go ahead and just be cut. Juwan Johnson is active. I'm still nervous about it. Jaden Blue's gonna make his like debut. I'm not overly excited about it. Tyrone Tracy's gonna be active, but I bet you they limit his pitch count, so I wouldn't want to start him. And Lamar was officially ruled out. Bucky Irving apparently has two injuries. He has a foot sprain and a shoulder injury per Schefter, which that's fun. That's fun that he didn't disclose that until later in the week. Gotta love that. Let's see. A&W, A&W wants to know Marks, Henderson, or Chase Brown. It is going to be Marks. C Plank wants to know Ladd and Allen worth starting. Same. Do not play Calvin Ridley. Never play Calvin Ridley until they change quarterbacks. If they do, Calvin Ridley is in a world of pain. Calvin Ridley's almost droppable. We're getting to droppable for him. Aaron needs two. JMO, Woody Marks, JMO, and Woody Marks. Daniel wants to know Diggs or Debo with the heel. I'm gonna play Debo with the heel. I know it's scary. Glitch, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Aaron, full PPR, have good depth at wide receiver. Chase, QJ, picking. Ooh, hang on. Well, Addison already played, sir. So, oh wait, which two to package and overpay for? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's an interesting question. It's a trade question here on my start sit show, sir. Um, I of that, I would say you got to package what someone will work with. So I would like to package Pickens because it's temporary value. So I want Pickens. If someone's willing to give me an inflated price for Pickens, that's obviously what I want to get rid of because CeeDee Lamb's coming back next week. And then the other one that I would love to get rid of uh, would be Johnson because I'm just not totally sold on it yet. But if someone wants to give me something for Chase, I might listen to that. You might have to give up Chase. The dream would be to give up Chase and Pickens for a running back because Chase is not going to return value because it's just not going to happen for him this year because you get out of that business, and then Pickens is all temporary. Tamara, play Kincaid over Mason Taylor. Uh, Savage wants to know flex PPR Devonta Smith. Charbonnet, sir. Charbonnet is your answer. S. Smith wants to know Juwan Johnson or Brenton Strange. That's a good question because Mr. Johnson is going to get the volume, but he's very questionable. I've got Johnson at 11. I'm going to play Strange, actually, just because he's healthy. He is healthy. All right, guys, we're coming up on 10 minutes here. Coming up on 10 minutes. Savage wants to know Chase Brown, Io Manor, or DeMarcado. I'm going to go with Brown on that over the other two. Daniel, a couple last minute ones. Johnson with Hill active or drop for Ertz. Oh, I would pick up Ertz. Oh yeah, give me Ertz. If you can last minute get Ertz, do that. Definitely do that. That's my plan. All right. Yep, coming up on 10 minutes here. Last couple things. Yeah, the Bucky Irving thing is kind of stuck in my craw a little bit. I mean, it's fine, but like I follow my own advice, so I have lots of white shares. But it is annoying when players don't disclose injuries. Just disclose the injuries. Like I know they don't want to, but I genuinely wish they would. Uh, all right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Glitchy wants to know, do you drop Waller for Ertz? That depends on what you need. I would maybe keep Waller for this week and see if he's going to be this year's Jonnu Smith, because then he's going to have more value than Ertz would. But if I like desperately needed something consistent to play at tight end, I would play Ertz because he's going to be a lot more consistent, or at least he's got that's what it should be. I would probably, if I've already got Waller, I would probably just hold on to Waller for this week and let's see what we get. Especially if I'm not having to play Waller. If I had to play Waller, I might be a little more inclined to do something else, but as a speculative hold. Let's see. 10-minute warning, guys and gals. 10-minute warning here. Um, let's see. Man, kind of stinks. That last little spurt by the Vikings kind of really helped and hurt me. Let's see. Andrews or Okonkwo? Go with Andrews, Tamara. Go with that. Yeah, just play. I'd just roll with it, Glitchy. Roll. I agree with Jason. At this point, we're here. Let's just roll Waller, and we'll see what we get, and then we'll readjust afterwards if we feel that was a flash in the pan and a fluke. We can just cut him, and then we'll pick up Birds next week. EG wants to know Keenan Allen or Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers got Myers really high this week with no Bowers. Uh, 10 minutes, folks. 10 minutes. You know, this year, wide receiver is so brutal. Usually, wide receiver is the safety net for everybody because it's a deep position. Not this year. Not how it's working out this year. Running back is a tire fire after you get to about like 28, 30. That's normal. Normally, wide receiver, you can get at least like 30 good ones. Not this year. Not this year. So many frustrating wide receivers this year. Tight end, used to that being a dumpster fire, no problem. But it's the wide receiver position that's it's letting us down right now. So we all right. So we'll do some PSAs real quick while we wait for everybody to kind of get set. So full slate for you here of shows. Tomorrow there will be the waiver wire show, the wire with Mike Berland and Jason. They will help you get everything set because now we are officially into the buys. I know it comes at you quick. The on Wednesday, normally that's where you'll see me doing roster the people with Jason. All of our usual nonsensical ramblings and inappropriateness, probably some inappropriateness. If you've been following the NFL news, probably tune in for Wednesday's show because if you're here for the nonsense on Wednesdays, I can pretty much promise you an extended nonsense segment around one of our. It's not a happy segment, sadly, but there'll be some conversation around that. Plus, we'll do some more trade talk, get everything set for there. Thursday, Jason's back, shows up for about half an hour to help people get lineup set for the Thursday night game. Friday, Mason and Vishal are there to get you locked in with all your sports betting. And then we're back to here, where normally I moderate the chat and Jason takes your questions. Jason will be back from Boston. He was just in Boston this week, and he was gonna do this from a hotel, and it's not worth it. So hope you don't mind, but it's just easier if I do it than trying to make Jason do it from a Marriott business suite. Uh, let's see. Scott wants to know Pollard, Kirk, Franklin, or Mason Taylor in the flex. I am going to play Pollard off that list, and then yes, Glitchy, that's what I was muttering about earlier a few minutes ago. Bucky Irving did not reveal all of his injuries. He revealed this week that he had a foot, which is what they've been talking, which is why he's inactive this week. But apparently, according to Schefter, he also revealed on Tuesday that he has a shoulder injury in addition to that, which is actually worse than the foot injury. So it's looking like he's going to miss this week and probably next week and possibly longer. And that's what I was muttering about earlier. I hate when we get it. This doesn't happen often, but every couple of years we'll run into a situation like this. It's very irritating. Uh, Tamara, I'm going to play Harrison over Devonta Smith. Gus, I'm going to play Dobbins over Chase Brown. Dobbins has been very consistent and he's been good. Yeah, I know he lost a touchdown last week to RJ Harvey, but Dobbins is a limited shelf life thing and he's playing pretty well right now, whereas Brown is really struggling. I think Brown will get better as they realize that they need to start throwing dump offs just to be able to move the ball, but that's where we're at here, folks. So, uh, full slate of shows. Like I said, we just went through it. Got about 5 minutes to go here. Got just over 5 minutes to go. So whatever last minute stuff you want to get in, get it in. Uh, like Lauren wants to know, needs one Worthy or Jamar? That's a good question. I think I'm probably going to go with Jamar, but I understand the question. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to play Jamar. Worthy is a good second option. I will tell you, if you are afraid of Jamar and are just annoyed with it, I only have Jamar 2 spots ahead of Worthy. So if that means anything to you and you're just done with Chase because the bust potential is so much higher, I would not call you crazy to just say, you know what, you're gonna have to prove it to me on my bench at this point. Especially if this is like a must-win game for you. Like if you're like 1-3, I would just play Worthy at that point because you really need to win. If you have a good team outside of Jamar and you're like 3-1, I probably stick with my guns and play Jamar. But that's a good question. They're really close, and I bet you didn't envision writing that question at the start of the year. Uh, Tanner wants to know Franklin or Iron Man. I'm going to play Franklin. Going to play Franklin. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Tamara with 5 minutes wants to know Darnold or Mayfield. That's a good question. Normally it's easy. It's still going to be Mayfield. Going to be Mayfield. I do not trust Darnold, even though he does have an easier matchup. I would rather roll out Mayfield. Let's see. Yep. All right. 5 minutes to go. We are almost out of here. Uh, Glitchy wants to know Baker or Fields. It's Fields. I don't even need to look. I got Fields at like 4. Like I know it's scary, but the rushing floor is going to be there for you. Let's see, Sutton or Pittman. That's a good one. For Ismail. That is a good one. I got Sutton at 18. It's going to be hard to beat. Nope, I got Pittman at 14 because he's playing the Raiders, and the Raiders are bad. Boy, oh boy, are the Raiders bad. Let's see. Getting close here, folks. Getting real close. Getting real close. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking? thinking Emeka Egbuka is going to have another big game. Thinking everybody laughed when I was saying that that was a good idea. Now here we are. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I am going to head out of here, is what's going to happen in a second. I'm going to give you all like 1 to 2 more minutes here, and if it doesn't come in, I'm going to go. Oh, there we go. So you're right on cue. EG wants to know, do you play Darnold or do you play Young? These are the questions I'm here for. You play Darnold, sir. As much as I don't trust Darnold, I trust Young even less. I'm not going anywhere yet, BZ. You good? You get your questions in. You got a couple more minutes here. You caught it. You got 3 minutes. You got it. You got a little bit here. No problem, Daniel. It's no bother. Happy to take a show for Jason when he's traveling. Oh, Sean's got a real question. Sean Carroll wants to know Woody Marks or Rashad White. These are the. Jeez. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to play Rashad because of the volume. That's what I'm going to do. BZ wants to know Jaden Daniels or Fields. We had this question earlier, this exact question. I am going to play. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, I'm going to play Fields. I'm going to play Fields. That one I don't think you could really screw up though. I'm gonna play Fields. But if you wanted to play Daniels, I only have Fields 2 spots higher. So Glitchy, good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you as well. Uh, you got any more, BZ? Good luck, Sean. Good luck. 2 minute warning. You got 2 minutes. 2 minute warning, guys, before it's too late and everything just locks and I turn into a pumpkin and start thinking about what I want for lunch. What do I want for lunch, chat? What do I want? Do I want tacos? I kind of want tacos. And now you probably want tacos too. Because that's how that works. See, tacos is one of those foods that, oh, hang on. BZ wants to know Tolbert or Hunt in the flex. Oh, Tolbert this week. 1 week rental on Tolbert, my friend. Don't want to play the Kansas City folks. Anyway, that's how tacos is. Like tacos is one of those foods you bring it up to people and then suddenly everybody wants tacos. That's how it works. That's how that goes. 1 minute. 1 minute before it locks. If you got one you got to slip one in under the door. Oh boy. Do I want tacos or do I want to not leave the house? I don't know. I don't know. Yep, no problem, BZ. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. It is officially 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, which means that these games are going live. Best of luck, everybody.